I'm Emily.
And I'm Hannah.
We are best friends and dietitians. We have a goal of challenging nutrition misinformation and fitness trends with an evidence-based approach.
Each episode, we will dish up our thoughts about the latest facts on a popular health-related topic.
We're the Up-Beet Dietitians.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Up-Beet Dietitians podcast. Today, we are answering a common question that I get. Emily, and I don't know if you do. I'm guessing you do it in the world you live in. Oh, you don't?
No.
Anyway, okay. I get asked
Maybe
all
I
the
do.
time.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. Anyway, collagen. That's the big word you got to know. So,
Yeah.
Collagen, like I said, I get asked all the time if it is a necessary supplement. It's very popular on the markets right now. Vital Proteins is like the big company you may have seen, like the big blue bottle.
Mm-hmm.
They have even gotten Jennifer Aniston as their spokesperson, which is just like a big sign that they're doing really well.
Yeah.
And when you go to the grocery store, like more like the bougie stores, like a Fresh Time or a Whole Foods, you can find like collagen hot chocolate, collagen body wash and creams, collagen brownies, flavored collagen to add to your water. But like, what even is collagen? What's all the hype about? We're going to answer all those questions today.
Yeah. You also might see it at Costco. That's what another place I was thinking of. But yeah, so let's talk about collagen. So first and foremost, collagen is a structural protein found in the skin, bones, ligaments, and tendons of humans and animals. It's actually the most abundant protein found in the human body, and it's primarily made up of amino acids, those being like glycine, hydroxyproline, and proline. And we get collagen building blocks from the food that we consume that are a little bit higher in collagen. So like our body will use these food sources to create its own collagen. And as we age, a lot of things happen. And one of those kind of being associated with collagen is our body's not as efficient with making collagen. So since it is a structural protein, there's oftentimes this decline seen in collagen production, which can lead to deterioration of joints, skin, hair, and nails. Common things that happen as you age.
Yeah.
But there are actually, I don't think a lot of people know this, there are many different types of collagen as well. So, and there are actually 28 different types, but the first three tend to be the most common or like popular ones found in different collagen supplements. To give you kind of the rundown of what differentiates them is the first one makes up 90% of our body's collagen. This provides the primary structure to our skin, tendons, bones, and ligaments. Type 2 is found in elastic cartilage and helps with joint support. Type 3 is found in muscles, arteries, and organs. And 4 and 5, those aren't as common, but just for funsies. 4 is found in the layers of skin. And then 5 is found in corneas of our eyes, some layers of skin, hair, skin, tissue, and actually the tissue of our placenta, which is very fun. But the biggest thing to know is when we eat protein of like different types of proteins, it's broken down to amino acids. That's kind of the primary makeup of protein, which our body uses for kind of whatever it sees fit, and also whatever kind of protein it is specifically as well, right, and what it can be applied to.
Not like we eat collagen containing foods and our body uses those amino acids from that collagen to like build more collagen. It'll use the hydroxyproline, the proline, the glycine for whatever else it needs, which may include building collagen in the body, but it also may not.
Yeah. So it's not as unfortunately directed where like this one thing will help this with specific thing. It's kind of your body will deem what is necessary.
That's very similar. Yeah, it's very similar with like branched chain amino acids too, BCAAs, which will kind of conclude with collagen. If you're eating plenty of protein, you're probably getting enough collagen. But with BCAAs too, which I know is on the topic today, but when you take BCAAs, It's just a handful of branched chain amino acids that you'd also get from food. And you can't like pick and choose where those amino acids go in the body. They're just used where the body needs them.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of a like, what's the word phrase I'm clear? I was gonna say the need basis.
Yeah.
Supply and demand, maybe.
Yeah. The
No.
economics of protein.
Your body's economics. But yeah.
Okay,
So that's kind of the basics of
Yeah.
collagen, what it is.
So that's what it is. Let's go over why it's so popular right now. So there's a few like big claims on why it's so beneficial or helpful or whatever. And a really big one is that it claims to improve skin. And as Emily and I always do, we tie it into diet culture and intuitive eating. There's nothing wrong with aging. You're allowed to age and get wrinkles, and you're gonna get older and change. It's just like part of the human experience. And diet culture is always trying to like sell us different creams and collagen so that we have decreased signs of aging. It's okay if you have signs of aging because you're aging. You're like, what's the word when you don't live forever?
Immortality?
Yeah.
Mortality?
Like, you're a mortal human. Like you're not gonna live forever.
Oh, yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So I will say that said, there are some studies that do show that it may help with improved skin hydration, elasticity. But like Emily and I kind of already alluded to, if you are eating plenty of protein foods, and we'll kind of give examples in a little bit, you likely are going to be getting enough collagen, and supplements are only going to help if you're not getting enough from food. But yeah, don't feel like you have to improve your wrinkles if you're getting those because you're a human.
Yeah, it's not bad. Wrinkles aren't bad.
Yeah.
Nothing. Aging is not bad. It's very normal. I'd be afraid if you look the same at age 80 as you do age 20. I'd be
I hadn't
afraid
really
of you.
thought about like the diet culture tie-in here until I was like reading a book recently, and she was talking about it. She was like, diet culture plays its role in like even beyond our weight. It's like aging is a big one. Like our makeup, like you can of course wear makeup, it can be really fun to wear makeup, but like they sell it as like if you don't wear it, you're like not trying hard enough or whatever. You're not pretty.
Yeah. I saw someone do an entire video. It's been a little bit. To be perfectly honest, I didn't watch the entire video because I got a little bit bored halfway through. But their argument was how about one of the biggest like power moves of the makeup industry was, I think it was in the 90s or 2000s when they said like you do your makeup for you, not to impress someone else, but it was still like a manipulation of like,
But buy our makeup still. Yeah.
yeah, it's like an empowerment type thing, but like also like you don't need makeup.
Yeah.
Like it's fun to do.
Exactly. Like you're allowed to wear it, obviously. It's not like you submitting to diet culture or beauty culture or whatever. If you wear it, it's just saying that you don't have to, and you're not like a lesser person if you don't. Like you can still be a really great worker, a great mom, a great wife.
It is not
whatever.
an indicator of work ethic or anything like that. No.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank God, because I'm terrible at makeup.
Same. I'm awful.
I hate it, as you guys can clearly see.
Yeah,
it's not our first priority.
we're just trying to get on here and get through the day. And
yeah, most of you guys listen.
I wish I was good. Honestly, I wish I was good at makeup.
I do too. And hair also.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of people who are good at makeup and hair.
I just want to like be able to like do some French braids. Like I can't do anything. Like I have 2 hairstyles. That's really, it's not from lack of trying. I've like tried to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
My hands just like don't connect that way. I don't know.
The hand-eye coordination.
Yes, it's not there. Not in that way.
Yeah, but shout out to those people that are really good at it. You're really cool. And we do not look. It's not like we look. It's the like reason behind it. Exactly the why.
Like I don't want to be good at it because I want to like make men like me or something. Gross. I just want to like be good at it. I also hate being bad at things. I think that's the biggest reason. I'm very competitive.
There's a lot to unpack in that.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to reflect on.
Yeah.
But one of the next most popular reasons, or one of the most popular reasons why collagen is so heavily advertised is improvements in joint health. And this is something that I think it's important to note, that it's not just a matter of what you eat and physical activity. It's also a matter of genetics and like family history, or even just personal history of maybe like osteoarthritis or osteoporosis or any of the various joint diseases, because someone who has a joint disease versus someone who might not is going to experience different, they're going to see different changes and improvements in like quality of life related to joint health. There have been some studies though have shown that it's helped like reduce knee or joint pain or improve joint mobility. But once again, it was more of a matter of if the people or the individuals are even consuming adequate amount of protein and complete protein types. So that's something that I know there's been criticism around. I'm thinking of America, and I don't think I have a very good opinion on this, but I'm just gonna share what my thoughts are right now. Or is there, I've heard some criticisms where like the portion sizes of protein are just like insane at when you're going out to eat, but also I don't think that everyone's eating like that every single meal. And there's a wide variety in like types of protein sources are people are consuming, and like what a solid like amount of protein looks like, or like too little versus too much, versus vegan versus vegetarian, like making sure they're consuming adequate amount of protein and whether or not they're consuming like complete protein sources, and another whole conversation around that. I don't know if we've mentioned it. We've been talking about complete protein sources, but that essentially means that it has all the essential amino acids that your body requires, or essential versus non-essential amino acids. Essential, our body is not able to create. Non-essential, it can make some of those, but like the best way to get them is to consume them from food. So if you're not consuming them from food, you're not going to get all the essential amino acids, which is something that plays a huge part in like tissue health, anything related to muscle.
Right. They all have a
metabolism.
job.
Yeah.
And so if we don't eat them all of the essential ones, they're essential to eat, our body won't have what it needs to make all the building blocks that it needs.
Yeah.
That actually is big on the next one too. So the third and final big claim, there's plenty of other claims, but the big one we're going to focus on is that collagen can help to build lean muscle. And this is the same concept. It is a protein, so it may help, but it is definitely encouraged to consume complete proteins if you are trying to build muscle, or at least make sure you are getting all the amino acids you need if you are doing any incomplete sources to help with that muscle protein synthesis. So we've discussed before, I think with like fitness myth episodes, that for most people, your total protein intake is going to matter more than protein timing. Like there likely isn't a need for you to be like chugging a protein shake as you walk out the door of the gym. Like your muscles are still going to use that protein if it's like an hour later that you eat it or drink it. But for those who really, really are trying to maximize that muscle protein synthesis, it could be helpful to get it maybe a little bit better timed. And if you are focusing on that, you might as well also be focusing on getting good quality protein sources. Collagen would not be one of those for this purpose. So again, like it's not going to be a bad thing if you drink collagen after a workout or like have that in some form, but just be sure if that is a big goal of yours to try to focus on more complete protein sources, like a whey protein, for example, would be a good example there. And if you're plant-based or don't tolerate whey, a soy protein, or a lot of the plant-based protein powders do often combine different types of protein to make sure they do have all the essential amino acids. Like for example, what's the other popular one? Pea protein. They often combine it with soy protein to make sure that it has all the amino acids that it needs, because unlike whey, most of them don't naturally have them in the right quantities on their own. So yeah, bottom line of all these really is like, they might help, but like you probably don't really need a supplement unless you're not getting enough of it in general from food.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah. Hence why it's a supplement.
Exactly. You guys probably guessed that coming in if you've heard our other supplement discussions.
Yeah. So we've already kind of alluded to this, but where exactly can you find collagen if you are so interested? So first and foremost, in supplement form. In a powder form, oftentimes, I did not know there were collagen creams. I'm wondering what the absorption of rate of those would even be.
I didn't look, but I had like a YouTube ad. It was like an Olay body wash. It was like, now with body superfood collagen infused. I'm like, okay, that's not
Right,
how
yeah.
amino acids work, I don't think.
Yeah, your
don't know
protein
if-
metabolism starts in the stomach. I'm not sure if it's going right from your skin to your stomach.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works either.
Rub it over your stomach on your tummy.
Yeah, closer contact. That's how that works.
Gosh, there's probably some company out there that would advertise.
Probably just like inject it into your stomach. Don't do that.
No, please don't.
This podcast is not medical advice.
No.
Ever,
No.
but especially right now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a supplement form, powder form, or forms we typically would probably recommend a little bit more of, since it'll be more financially friendly and also probably a little bit more fun to eat. Our food sources coming from like bone broth, chicken, fish, and eggs.
I have some collagen that I will just like, it's flavorless usually, if you get like the flavorless one, obviously.
Mhm.
So I will like throw it in like coffee sometimes, for example, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
has no taste, doesn't really mess the texture up at all. And it just adds a few grams of protein, which a lot of us can benefit from getting extra of. So like, obviously no harm if you do choose to supplement with this one. It likely is not one of those ones that you can really overdo. I mean, you can overdo anything, but
Yes.
it's probably
Yeah.
fine if you are supplementing with it, but don't expect any like magic cures from it.
Yeah. I also use, I love how we like both also sometimes use collagen.
Right? Aw.
But I do it because I just straight up don't eat enough protein.
Yeah.
And that's a me problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also mix it into coffee.
It's just easy to throw it in. I feel like
Yeah.
I have a hard time at breakfast getting enough, so I'll throw it and stuff like that in the morning.
Yeah.
Easy. One little tip before we kind of give our final thoughts. For collagen synthesis to occur in the body, vitamin C has to be present. So it's important to make sure just in general that you're eating enough vitamin C, which you can of course get from like citrus, everyone thinks of like oranges, but I think a better source is like bell peppers. If you like bell peppers, like one of those bad boys will give you like way more than you need. So that's a really good one. Broccoli, we said citrus fruits. What else am I missing? Those are like the big ones, but just be sure to get plenty of vitamin C in general, but especially if you are worried about your collagen production in your body for whatever reason.
Yeah. So to wrap it all up, should you take a collagen supplement? And if you haven't guessed, the answer is it depends.
It depends. We're such dietitians.
I know. Not the black and white answer you're probably hoping for, but there's a lot of factors to keep in to note that we've kind of mentioned is one, are you eating enough protein as it is from food sources? Are you someone maybe like me who just naturally just doesn't eat enough protein? Then maybe you'll benefit from it. Also, is it financially like accessible to you? Supplements can be kind of costly depending on not only the brand or like also making sure it's third party certified, because we don't want you buying some cheap supplement that has weird things in it. But also we'll note that collagen is typically derived from animal sources. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, don't consume collagen. It's not something that comes from like the bones of plants. I was actually thinking about this when writing this part of this outline. I was like,
the bones of plants.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, what if someone like, because I know I've talked to people about this and people are like, I've had plant-based collagen. And I was like, plant-based collagen? Like,
I just thought of this since you're saying that actually. If you are vegetarian or vegan and you're like, okay, but I can't consume collagen, how am I going to get enough of it? Like we said, it's about those amino acids. So you're still going to get the amino acids that are making up collagen. It just won't be in the collagen form.
Yes.
So that's the big factor there.
Yeah, exactly. You can get it from those other forms, like Hannah mentioned, the soy pea combo, stuff like that. But last final note about collagen is it is an easy source to get in extra protein if you just need some extra protein. But I would not rely on it for being like your main complete protein source.
Because it is not, but it is just a nice, if you get flavorless, easy flavorless, it combines really well with liquids. It's not clumpy.
Yeah.
Some whey proteins, depending on the brand, don't mix super well. I think
Mhm.
especially plant proteins like soy, for example, don't always mix the best, or pea. So it
Yeah.
really does mix pretty well if that helps you get it down too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's the answer. It depends, like it always is. Okay. Let's get to our bonus question. Today's question is protein related. The question is fish meat? And the reason I thought of this bonus question is we were like having a debate at work one day. We're like, when you say, I'm going to go eat some meat, you don't think of fish. You think of like usually like red meat, I think, which I'm kind of
Mhm.
giving my answer away here. But like, I think there's different categories. Like there's meat, which I think of like beef. There's poultry, like fish and turkey, or chicken and turkey. Gosh, chicken and turkey.
Like,
And then
wait.
there's like fish and seafood. I feel like you don't think of shrimp when you think of meat. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Is fish
I was gonna say no. Because when people tell me they don't eat meat,
oh,
I always think anything that's not fish.
right.
they
And I always
normally lump in-
ask, do you eat seafood though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, are you pescatarian? And
Yeah.
then it's like, yeah, I eat fish sometimes.
So you do eat meat. You eat meat of
Because
the
then I'm like,
sea.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, and it's animal meat,
Right. It is.
like animal
Flesh.
flesh,
Yeah. Ugh.
animal tissue.
Ugh. Gross.
But it is a construct. Meat is a construct.
Oh
Meat is a
God.
and I do not think fish is meat. I think fish is its own little category that is seafood.
Yeah, I think
'Cause
it's
even
just
that-
the way we use it. Like technically, yeah, fish is meat. It's a meat of
Animal.
animal. Are fish animals?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not mammals.
Yeah. That's I'm like, I was like, it's mammals versus
Fish
wow.
just give birth to fish.
Fish.
That'd be weird. So I don't know where I was even going with that, but oh yeah, it's meat. It's animal flesh. It's just in the way we talk about meat. Like Emily said, it's a construct.
if someone said I want meat, they're not gonna say I want
How's
tilapia.
some tilapia? Yeah.
They're gonna say I probably want like steak or like
Maybe
pork chops.
pork. Okay. Would you consider
Yeah.
pork meat?
I would consider pork meat. Now I'm
Would
questioning
you-
the poultry component.
Would you consider chicken meat? Yeah.
I would say chicken is. For some reason, I'm saying an egg is not.
So, okay.
I
So
don't
we've
know.
got meat, which we break into like poultry and okay.
Like red meat.
Yeah. Would you say like red meat, or like what would pork be classified as besides pork and meat? Like there's not like a poultry category for pork, right? There's like a category name we're missing.
Yeah.
Because like fish is seafood. Like they've got
Yeah,
their overarching
right.
one that has multiple things in it.
Oh, I feel like there's a word for it. And I feel
know.
like any like vets or anyone who's like really into meat is gonna get really upset
I know.
that we don't hogs. Hog
Ugh.
ant
I'll
farm
have-
and
I'll have a hog, a side of hog with that, please. Can I get that Cobb salad without any hog on it?
Cobb no hog.
Oh, gross. Makes me want to go vegan.
Yeah, I don't know.
And like, are eggs meat?
Hoof animal.
I think you didn't hear my question. Are eggs meat?
No, did I? I was just really stuck on the pig.
That's true though. Hooved animals, but do pigs have
Something like
hooves?
cows would. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't picture there with feet. So
They're
like
not
little
raw
toes.
little. Yeah, they have the toes.
Are those hooves?
Yeah. They're hard. I'm looking at a picture of a pig right now. Pig.
Because you can like eat pig feet. You don't eat cow feet.
Maybe they do.
Do they have hooves? They have like those cute little
Oh,
toe
wait.
things. I think
I'm
of
seeing
hooves.
conflict.
I think of horses.
Yeah. I'm looking at pictures and I'm seeing different things. It looks
What?
like they have
What kind of feet do cows have? There's like a dog foot for some reason. It's got like little toe beans.
okay, cows definitely have. I think pigs have hooves.
Cow
I'm
feet.
looking this up. Do pigs
Oh, I guess
have
cows have like the little toes too.
hooves? Second most asked question: do pigs have hooves? After do pigs have teeth? Hooves are cloven in shape, divided in two to enable the
Oh.
pigs have more stability.
So like cows have the same ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're like pinkish. That's where it like kind of throws you off as they
You
kind of
think-
blend
yeah.
in.
Ew, they're so ugly.
Oh my god.
Ew, I'm looking at the chopped off, like you just like buy them by themselves.
What are you looking?
Okay, just type in the word pig feet.
I don't want to do that.
Just
I
type in
don't-
those 2 words.
I have two pigs have hooves.
Just pig feet.
Oh gosh.
Like the pink one with the toes. Like on a cutting
These are a
board.
delicacy though in
I
some
know.
countries. So and a lot of Asian countries. So I
Ugh.
can't, I will not hate on it.
I'm not hating. It's just jarring to look at it first. When they're raw, they look pretty good when they're cooked.
Yeah, the cooked ones look the like sauce.
Yeah.
I would not eat it raw.
It's just how there's like 2 of them. They're just like hanging out, but there's like no body connected to it. It's like if you saw 2 human feet just like hanging there without
Ew.
any other body parts.
I would not like to see any 2 raw types of feet just hanging out like
Oh,
cow feet.
okay. Well, they have
Horse
hooves. That's good to
feet.
know. Do chickens have hooves?
No, they have their like spiky little.
I wonder if
Talons.
that's been Googled before. Do
People eat chicken
chickens-
feet.
That's true. Those are edible too.
I don't know if those are cooked.
Have
Okay, I'm looking at pictures. I think they cooked this.
this says we trim our chickens' hooves every 6 to 8 weeks.
Hooves. Wait, now that
What's a hoof? Like, what's the definition of a hoof?
it looks like they just have long nails, like acrylics.
Hoof definition. This is really taking a turn.
I'm gonna look up categories of meat. Maybe
I think
the
we
answer
Googled that at work when this question came up, and it was not helpful at all.
red meat, poultry, seafood.
Seafood.
That's not helpful.
Well, is pork red meat?
No, I think red meat is beef, lamb, bison.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about lamb. Oh
Lambs have
gosh.
hooves.
They do have hooves. Are goat and lamb the same thing? I'm exposing how little I know about farm life in this bonus question.
No, goats. No.
Oh, I'm thinking of sheep. Goat
Yeah,
and
you're thinking
sheep.
sheep. You're thinking sheep. What was the first one? Lamb. Are lambs and sheep different? That's more of the question. I feel.
Yeah.
like. I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna look it up.
and like, is pork red
Lamb.
meat? Was my first question that I still don't know. We also never
I-
answered the egg question. We got sidetracked on that one.
I don't think eggs are meat because
This could become like a pro-life, pro-choice debate at some point. Like, is the egg
oh god, I
a
don't-
chicken just before it's a chicken? We won't get into that on the
Yeah.
podcast. We'll let you guys make your own decisions on that one.
Yeah, we don't want to.
When does
We're
the
gonna be here
chicken's
for a
life
long
begin?
We're not talking about that.
Does the chicken life start at conception? Okay,
I'm gonna
don't know if
say
eggs are meat.
I think eggs are its own thing.
I
Eggs
always-
are.
Eggs always get put in the dairy category, which is a whole other
I don't think they
issue.
should be dairy.
No.
I
Eggs are
think
not
they should
dairy.
definitely, in that sense. Okay, maybe that does solve my answer then. I'd say they're meat then, because
because they're not dairy.
that's my. It's not a very sound argument.
Well,
If
if
it's
it ain't
not
dairy,
dairy-
it's meat. Those are the only 2 food categories there are.
Basically,
I think we just put them all under protein.
yeah.
But
Like
then it's like, where do you draw the line at protein? Like, is peanut butter a protein?
no,
Is-
because peanut butter has more fat than it does.
so it's like the ratio you think.
that's what my biggest argument is.
Okay.
Like it's kind of like because a lot of foods have different components of
Exactly.
macronutrients, but it's like which one they have the most of. Like,
that's why we always say it's not black and white. You can't just
Mm-mm.
say this food is this food is this.
Yeah.
They all have multiple purposes. Well,
also,
this
I think
is-
lambs are younger sheep.
so what's a goat? Can you eat goat?
Yeah, well, you have goat's milk.
Goat milk,
You
yeah.
go add goat cheese.
Is goat milk dairy?
Yes.
Okay, it's not just cows. It's not just cow dairy. It could be
I
any kind of
think
animal milk.
in the world of all things dairy, anything that's produced from an animal's milk is dairy.
So is breast
But
milk
in the
dairy?
sense, yes.
Okay.
Put it under there. But in the world of marketing, I think dairy is anything cow's milk. Like if like dairy-free
Oh, true.
products, it's always it's not like goat's milk free. It's like it's more that
So, could it
cow's
be marketed
milk.
as dairy free and be made of goat's milk? Like is goat
That's what I feel like they can do. Like I'd say that's still dairy, but in the sense of when someone's asking me about dairy free, I think that they prioritize the cow's milk.
like if you were vegan and you were dairy free because you were vegan, you couldn't have goat milk either.
That's true.
So I think is also, gosh, also is goat milk like lower in lactose or is it similar lactose profiles?
It's
Okay,
lower.
that's what I thought.
Can't as a lactose intolerant individual.
I knew you would know that.
And I am well versed with the different types and which ones cause me pain.
Yeah. Okay, this has been we've discovered like 8 new bonus questions from this bonus question.
Yeah, I'm kind of freaked out still by the different hooves and
Do
thinking of
chickens
just
have hooves? That's my question, and I really would like an answer from a farmer or like a vet or someone.
yeah.
So please, we don't use Twitter. You have to do like Instagram.
Yeah. I feel like Twitter would be so fun if we knew how to use it.
No,
I feel like we
Oh.
could learn a lot of questions on. We could learn a lot on there. People,
I
like,
know, and we could like have them like submit bonus questions. We should do that. Also, we should plug our course. We didn't talk about our course on here.
Oh
yet.
yeah.
We're making a course. So
Yeah.
it should be out this fall. You guys will likely hear this before that.
Mhm.
It is going to be like the brainchild of Emily and I, like just all things intuitive eating. It's gonna be like a big master course on like
Mhm.
if you are wanting to become an intuitive eater, what the heck do you do? It's gonna be like just everything, like diet culture, hunger and fullness, stitching the diets. It's basically going to be our rendition of all the different principles of intuitive eating and like how to actually incorporate them into your own life. So we'll have like corresponding like challenges and handouts and things like that to go along with it.
It's gonna be. We're gonna be have been working on this for many months.
Yeah.
And I swear it's like everything we know put into one.
Yes.
And it's everything, in my opinion, you'll probably need to know about intuitive eating. And a lot of people have asked, like we're always getting intuitive eating questions, but it's going to be a really nice resource that it's self-paced, so you can do it however quickly or however slowly you like. We're going to have you all those resources. And then if like there's only some components of intuitive eating you want to learn about, you could kind of purchase that package. But there is a link on our website that I will put in all of our podcast descriptions from now on, so you'll have to see it. The link course, so I know. But you can join the wait list if you're interested. If you join the wait list, you might get a discounted price. Save some,
and you'll be the
money.
first to know when it goes live.
Yes, it'll be
And
great.
the first one to have access to join.
Yeah. So it's
We're excited.
exciting.
It's our like
We're gonna-
mega brainchild.
Yeah, we promise we'll advertise it better. We're not the best at advertising things we have. Oh, also we have grocery lists.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever talked about that.
We have never talked about those.
But we have grocery lists and a meal planning template and pantry staples all on our website that you can purchase. We kind of went through and sorted out kind of our favorite items from the most popular grocery stores. If you'd like to kind of see what we would recommend there, they are not that expensive, which we love because we are also very financially conscious. But be sure to check those out. Just kind of another little fun thing you can utilize for an extra resource. But yeah, and everything's on our website. That's kind of the best way to know anything about the podcast, course, products, blog. I don't know if we've ever talked about the blog on here.
No, well, it's all kind of new. We like just made the website maybe like a month or so ago, a few months ago. So that's officially going to be our main hub now. So before we didn't really have a website. It's kind of just like everything was thrown together wherever. So we'll try to be better about incorporating these things into the episodes without being hopefully too spammy. We know you guys aren't here to hear us self-promote constantly. So we're not going to try to do that. But just so you guys do know, we have other things besides just the podcast that we're working on. So stay tuned for all those great things. The website's the place to go. So the Up-Beet Dietitians, upbeetdietitians.com. Gosh, can never say that. That's where you can find everything. We'll link it in the description.
Yeah, it's good. Go check it out just for fun, even.
Just for fun. Have a blast.
It's a cute.
We think it's cute.
I think it's
got
cute.
beets everywhere. It's amazing.
Yeah. We love it. Oh yeah, let's finish this episode because I feel like we've talked about chicken feet and like
the collagen was like not even half the episode.
We're just talking about like animal phalanges.
It's our podcast.
You know?
We can do whatever we want.
If you're someone who has an opinion on if chicken have hooves, please let us know. We would like to know.
That was not even the bonus question, but we would like to know. Also, if you wonder or have a thought on if they're meat, if fish is meat.
Yes, let us know that well too. Because maybe there's a category we're forgetting about, or maybe there's some specific component that encompasses meat and we just didn't think about it. Cool. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. Be sure to check out the podcast description with all those links and everything. And we will talk to you next week.
I think a guest next week, so you'll enjoy. Yeah, I think so. I think it's like every other at this point.
I have no idea.
I'm
just gonna believe you.
But you got it. We've got a guest. You'll see. You're on the edge of your
seat.
Yes.
Okay.
Leave it like that.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be good.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode of the Up-Beet Dietitians with your hosts Emily Krause and Hannah Thompson.
We appreciate you all so much for continuing to support us. In order to support us and sustain the success of this podcast, please subscribe and leave a rating and review.
If you'd like to provide us feedback for future episodes and guest stars, follow us on Instagram at the Up-Beet Dietitians.
Lastly, you can show us support by providing a monthly donation using the link at the end of our bio.
Once again, thank you so much for listening today and stay tuned next Wednesday for a new episode. Until then, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.